Horsler ever made, but he's made quite a few. Pinbot, Space Shuttle, the 2-player Joust, Jungle Lord, Kitties. Was also involved with Bad Cats, more Kitties. Junkyard was the last one he ever worked on. This was his second to last machine he worked on. Sullivan is still active. He actually helped make Game of Thrones and the new Star Trek for Stern. Before that, he looks like he made the Lord of the Rings, so you get a bit of those elements. He also worked on Junkyard, Roadshow, Star Trek The Next Generation, Terminator 2. And his very first machine was a Riverboat Gambler. I'm going to try to show you how to play this in one playthrough. It's got quite a bit involved in it, so hopefully I can get through it. Your goal is to solve a mystery, and you get your first case, and someone dies, and you have to find out who did it. There's a skill shot here. You can see the lit taxi bits there. And then there's the super skill shot, which I always try for. Didn't hit it, but we got the skill shot. So the first thing we're going to do is try to get the... we'll get the slots going. Why not? We immediately hit 2 multi-ball and a wild, which will get us into multi-ball mode. Basement multi-ball mode. There are a few different multi-balls in this game. The goal you want to do here for high scoring is shoot it up into those pop bumpers up top above the slots. That will raise your jackpot for the entire course of the game. For basement multi-ball. I'm impressed. And anytime you hit the jackpot. That was not the best ball, but at least we got a few jackpots. Got the jackpot, which starts at 75 million, up to 85. You have the roulette. You could choose to risk it and not. The spinner chooses what it is. If you don't risk and pass, you still get a multiplier. If you do play it, you either win or you lose what's risked. There is a red and black button. The left is on the left-hand side between the the orbit and the drop shot there, and on the right side it's right before the elevator there. The elevator is actually a game which you might have to work on just in one sitting multiple times to actually complete. 7th floor is Mystery Elevator Madness, where you shoot the elevator, you get lots of points. I think there is a method to it, but sometimes pinball is just fun to just keep going. As you can see now, the targets there are moving up and down in front of the elevator, making the shot more difficult. And I forgot to mention, in order to get a level started, you have to hit the center ramp. Otherwise, you're just going up or down the elevator. We can now hear the phone ringing, which means we get to interrogate someone if we shoot this shot, which we'll hopefully be able to show you. Like I said, there is a lot to this game. Take care, Odies. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you come back soon. My longtime viewers, always enjoy them showing up. We're gonna bet on roulette just to show you how it is. Obviously, we're looking for red. We hit red, we're gonna hit 138 million. And now multiplier is 3. You can see the phone ringing there on the left-hand side. We're trying for that shot, but it is not the easiest shot. There we go.
Tell me more about Bruno.
Bruno had a disturbing fixation on young Trixie.
Sounds like Bruno might be guilty
Take a
here.
cab.
So first, you have to figure out who did it, then you pick them, and after you pick them, you have to chase them. And the chase is a two-parter, unfortunately.
Hey, taxi. Answer the phone. Tell me more about Trixie.
Bruno had a strange obsession with Trixie.
Typically, most things lead to Bruno. Typically, Trixie actually does it in this game. However, Trixie was dead, therefore, someone else had to have done it. Trixie is just not a choice, otherwise we would have felt Trixie killed herself. So the first shot is that shot, and then you want to get to the telephone as quickly as possible. As you can see, the total is going down, and that is going to be what every shot is worth
Not bad.
during multi-mode after the case. So we are now shooting for all the lit targets, and they're all worth 30 million right now. It's not a huge multi-ball, but it all adds up. The highest you could get is 100 million, which is really what you're aiming for, because we're basically doing 3 times the work to get 100 million now. Replay is at 1.5, I believe. Not it was close enough to that. If replay matters in a pinball arcade. We had a slot shot there, which missed. Then we have roulette. I don't think we want to risk pretty much everything, so we're gonna pass. Obviously, in a tournament setting, the roulette is an extremely risky strategy.
Hop on the train.
Now, if you shoot the train shot enough times, we're trying to get there for you. Do you want to risk 184 on roulette? So there is 4 pieces of equipment. If you shoot the train, you will find the flashlight. This helps in certain spots, I think through the tunnel. If you hit the tunnel, you find the map, I think. I could be wrong. We're gonna find out eventually.
Get in the cab.
But that is yours for the rest of the playthrough. So now we find the map
Hang on to that.
in the sewer shot. Now if we hit the sewer again, I believe it gives us a
Hop on the
multiplier.
Ride the train. Hop on the train.
Extra ball after doing so many of those shots, it looks like.
Take a cab.
extra ball is the camera shot. Not the camera shot, I apologize, the phone shot. Bonuses get pretty high in this. That's why shooting the roulette a lot will net you quite a bit of bonus.
And then I was on the case. Hey, taxi.
We have entered the penthouse party mode in the elevator. Each shot goes up in value. Just the flashing shots.
Follow that cab.
Quickest way is probably shooting the elevator multiple times. This is at the very top of the elevator, the P level. Only 560 million on that. I think you'd easily get a billion. Would have only taken 4 more shots. If you're 2 away from a slot, you have a shot at making it, and that will do it. The shots are typically the holes, we got lucky. We got the slot shot. In the drain. You can see there's always a lit shot. And unlike a lot of machines, you actually want to hit the lit shot typically. So we are currently in chase mode. This is going to switch over here in a second. And we missed it, so they got away. No multi-ball for us.
Somebody get the phone.
If you hit it in that shot, either from high or low, you'll get a basement lock. Which does the basement multi-ball when you get the 3rd ball in there, which we had at the very beginning. This will also net us a basement multi-ball, I believe. And we have the extra ball sitting there.
Extra ball.
Once again, we're going to try to up the jackpot shot.
Not bad.
Which is now at 90 million.
Most impressive.
Got a few more hits up there.
I'm impressed. Impressive. I looked up and saw Lady Jackpot with all her beauty.
And this is definitely a high-scoring machine. If you like high scores, it's a game to play. And you can gamble your money away.
You've been practicing. I'm impressed.
And we'll just start basement multi-ball again. Seems like a thing to do.
Impressive.
You do get a short auto-fire period. So losing the balls at the very beginning is not a bad thing.
Most impressive.
But it is a very short period, so now it's not gonna reshoot.
Jackpot. Most impressive.
Typically, if you want to play roulette, I suggest you do it low, or if you just want to gamble, for some reason you want to get your high score for the week, and that's the only way you're going to do it, go for it.
Tony's first victim was Walter.
Ride the train. Hop on the train. Ride the train. Hop on the train.
There is a loop
Get in the cab.
mode, as you can see, through the train. They seem to think Tony did it. Bruno was right. So once again, we have to try to chase him by shooting this right shot that's lit. Moves over to the left side very briefly. As soon as it hits that, we want to get it into the phone shot. Oh, we got a much higher jackpot than we did the first time. Just under 50 million for every shot. So again, we have a short time span where the auto fire will get the balls back. We might have hit the grace period on those balls. Looks like we got one back, one stayed. Gives you the nice notification of what you got during that mode. We're gonna try for an elevator shot. 8th floor seems like a thing to do. 8th floor, we get to either choose who did it or interrogate.
Tell me more about Victoria.
I've dug up some real dirt on Victoria, like that all her husbands wind up dead.
Huh. Apparently her husband might have killed her, but we don't know who that is. We're gonna guess it's Tony. And Tony is correct. Once again, chase mode, we want to hit up the train shot. There we go. And as soon as we can, we want to hit this phone shot. Now at this point you can decide not to go for it. Or we could get lucky and hit the train shot again and try to go after this one more time. Got the bare minimum on the jackpots, but we closed the case. And welcome to the bugs of Pinball Arcade, people. So this is going to stay like this until all but one ball is done. But if you enjoy playing like you did when you were like 6 years old or something, here's your view. We all have fond memories, probably, of pinball machines when we were young. Trying to look over the glass to actually see the play field. And there we go.
Ride the train. Hop on the train.
And we're on to a new case. I did go for the slot out lane, and because we got 2 of 3, we get a second chance, and we save the ball that way.
Get in the cab. Tell me more about
Turn off
Tex.
multi-view and
I learned
settings.
that Tex had a violent temper.
That would be nice to know, Liddy. Tex has a wild temper. I am doing a playthrough of the games to throw on YouTube, Liddy.
Hey, taxi.
And we're on the second game for the night. Unfortunately, we just drained that ball pretty nasty-like. So Lydia just explained to me that there is a option in settings that has multi-view. Multi-view cameras all off. Or multi-ball cameras off. Event cameras on. I'm not trying to break any records. We are just trying to show a playthrough of this game. And we're hopefully doing a nice job. We're going to throw it on YouTube. Hopefully it helps you guys learn how to play
And then,
Whodunit. I did Xenon earlier. We are trying for that super skill shot again. We have missed it. But we discovered the magnifying glass. Now, unlike the other objects, which I don't really know what they do. I know the map works in the sewer, gives you a multiplier. I think you have to get the flashlight in order to get these things. So now that we have the magnifying glass, if we shoot up to the phone, it should eliminate a suspect. Now this is extremely important. Number one, it gives you a lot of points. It helps
Follow that cab.
remove suspects. And if you could get into a loop like this during a tournament, you will not only get a lot of points, but you will get the multi-ball very quickly. Because we have eliminated everyone but Bruno. And if we hit it one more time, we start the multi-ball. We don't even need to interrogate anyone. We don't need to figure out who the suspect is. We did it with the magnifying glass. So, as usual, this shot is a hit or miss. You are gonna hate it most likely. And I don't have an easy answer for you on it. I like backhanding it like that to get the 100 million.
Most impressive.
Getting that shot off is dangerous, and you could lose the ball. That's why I haven't really attempted it up till that shot. As with any game, you kind of just flow and hopefully get those shots. Now that every jackpot is 100 million, we could actually score some points on this. So,
Ride the train.
unfortunately we failed because for some reason something was going on with my headset that made me lose my concentration. Very interesting. Sometimes there's no explanation what goes on in life. A ghost just rattled my headset. Anyways. Thank you for that run and gun, 81. Thank you for showing up and enjoying the pinball. So again, we're playing through Who Done It, and we are going to try to show you how to do the super skill shot like that. You get every single reward doing that, including a ball lock.
Ride the train.
We're on ball 2. We have completed 4 or 5 cases. We are actually doing a great playthrough. This is my first attempt at this playthrough, so we have succeeded in showing you the goals of this playthrough.
I never answer the phone.
Now, we could have scored a lot more points if we gambled on roulette and actually hit the roulette shot. But I like the steady as you go method. Until I decide heck with it and risk it. You could only risk up to 2.5
Hey, taxi.
billion though.
Tell me more about Bruno.
Something about him looks familiar.
Well, wonder why Bruno looks familiar. Let's see if he's did it. He certainly did. It might be the event camera. I will maybe try that out at some point. I think the event camera will stop me from glitching in Dr. Dude. If you also hit that shot on the left that you saw, it will trigger the, as if you had gone through. It's just extremely dangerous. As you saw, I narrowly avoided the outlane there. But it is an easy way to set up the shot for the phone, as you also saw. As I'm getting 100 million for every single shot now. Go, go, jackpots. Just gotta hit him now. The roulette shot is probably your best bet. As far as a safe shot to get your jackpots here. If you're on it with the camera, you could go from to camera and keep that up. Obviously, if you're more of a controlled player, you might cradle a ball while you're going for one specific shot. It's all up to how you like playing. I like playing fast and loose typically, and just keep going for the shots. Now this is our 5th case, and to be honest, I forgot what happens at this point. So we're gonna find out. Looks like we might not have finished the 5th case yet. Looks like we're on case 1. So, why not? Let's risk $1 billion.
Come on.
Let's have some fun. We got there. We got 1 billion points. So now we're at 3. Oh yes, we rolled over. At least once. I'm pretty sure that's the first time. So we're at 13 billion. My high on this is at least 60 some. So as you can tell, this game could go on for quite a while. Or you could just be very lucky at roulette. And the slots. And the jackpots. This game has it all. And we lost the ball. Alright, still on case 1. Let's try for that super skill shot. Now, I do go from this angle. You could always go from a top angle. And they always have these little indicators. I, however, like going by feel. Which I don't have much feel in this game. So, that is why I have not made those shots. And we completely forgot about the elevator. Let's go do the 5th floor. We need some
Who does
evidence.
this belong to?
A locket? Well then. I think we have finally found Trixie as being the guilty party. At least that's what it says to me. I could be
Tell
wrong.
me more about Tony.
I have learned that Tony cannot be trusted.
Huh. So is it Tony? Let's try Tony. Nope.
Sorry, I have an alibi.
I'm sorry, that is Bruno, not Tony. As you can see, if you fail it, you get the point value. Well, Trixie didn't do it. It's looking more like Tony.
Cab.
Yep, Butler didn't do it. Must be Tony. That or Victoria offed herself. Unfortunately, that is not an option in this game. To the roof. Wild shots. Still can't seem to get that shot going today. But we hit him.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect
Minimum
$200.
jackpots, but still a lot of points coming our way. Of course, now I do a good job at keeping the balls on the table. As with all good multi-balls, when it's not worth much, you could make the shots and keep the balls up. It's actually worth something, you don't do so good at it. That's at least what you remember. We drained the last ball. Let's hope we actually get a... We don't get a second chance. We're gonna go take the equipment because I have no clue what it does. The jackpot was worth like 103 million. Bonus of 2 billion, and we have finished the game.
Most impressive.
And we got a high score of number 4. That was what, at 17 billion.
Not bad.
You get a roof champion. And if I stuck around for 14 minutes, you would see Midnight Madness, which some of these machines have, which gives you like a free multi-ball and a bunch of points. Thank you, Blaine. Anyways, that is my playthrough of Whodunit. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you could always ask when I am live. send me a message in Twitch, or post a comment in YouTube. Hopefully I get to you soon. Keep enjoying pinball and keep on flipping.